So what's up, you guys? So I wanted to make a video about the MKS, obviously, but about how the car is as far as like taking it on a trip or taking it on more than like an hour and a half drive or more than an hour drive. Because I've driven, I've went on road trips before. I've went in different vehicles. Last year I didn't get to drive anything because of the whole debacle with this car. But the year prior, I drove my Tahoe, and it did pretty good. Didn't really have any complaints with it, aside from, having to buy gas for it every 5 minutes. But that's to be expected with a lifted vehicle with big tires and wheels on it. But I drove this car yesterday to see my sister. She lives about 2.5 hours away in Alabama. And I wanted to drive myself just because, we're all going to be going. But if I want to leave separately from somebody else, I'll drive myself. And I know that we'd want to stay there pretty late, because we left here right after I got home from work and all that stuff. So I made sure to fill up the car before I got home, because I had half a tank, but I know I was going to have to fill it up anyways between there and here. So I went ahead and filled it up before I left, just so that way I literally could just make one straight shot and not have to stop. I don't like stopping. To me, it seems like it makes the trip go by longer if you stop more. I just don't like stopping. I want to go ahead and get it over with, get it done. So I go all the way there, and that's it. And I don't have kids. I don't have anything like that, so I don't have anything that would make me stop unless something wrong with the car or whatever. So I don't do unnecessary stops. I literally just go straight there, and that's it. Now, with that being said, I do have the 22s on the car, so that does play a role in how the car drives, how it handles, how it behaves. I do use 87 octane. I don't use premium because this is not a race car. Premium gas doesn't really help the car at all. So this car is not tuned for that. It even says on the gas caps you use 87. That's what's recommended, which kind of strikes me weird because it's funny because I thought that with this being a luxury car, it would want you to use 93 or 91, whatever it is where you're at. It's 93 here in Georgia, but it doesn't. So I don't use it. It's also a lot more expensive than regular gasoline, regular 87 unleaded. So no reason to use it when it doesn't offer any benefits. So I used 87 the whole time. The price varied where we went. It was like $3.14 where I got it in the middle of Alabama last night on the way home, because I was going to be cutting it really close, making it home. So I went ahead and got gas on the way here when I left. But it was like $3.39, I think, or $3 something. It's in the $3.30 range here in Georgia where I got it, near where I live, before when I left yesterday morning. So it was about a 20-cent difference. Anyways, that's with me driving by myself, full tank of gas. Didn't really have anything extra in the car, no added weight. It was about 350 miles, I think, give or take, round trip. And this is with me using the cruise off and on. This is with me being around 75, 85 miles an hour. Again, like I said, it's with the 22s on it. I'm assuming they're all filled up to the right air pressure. I didn't really check. But that's with, like I said, me going straight there. Didn't do any driving while I was at my sister's house, so that doesn't show in the mileage for the car. But that's the average MPG, 21.5 miles per gallon. Not horrible, but not the best. And I did reset the trip, so that's how many miles I drove total yesterday. The trip, I think, was about right around maybe 5 hours total, if you add it all together. The front of my car really didn't get eaten up with bugs too much. The windshield has got a lot of bugs on it. I didn't really expect that because we were going to Alabama. Alabama's not really a bug-infested state. It's not like Texas or Florida or places like that where there's a lot of bugs. I don't mind that. I mean, I like driving, getting my car dirty. I wish it would have rained, but it didn't. It just gives me something to do later on. But all in all, the car did okay. I kind of figured it would have done a lot better. But like I said, it's got the big wheels on it, so probably would have got a lot better fuel mileage if I would have put the other wheels back on it, which I'm not going to do that just to drive. That's just stupid. There was a couple holes that I hit that I was kind of worried about, but the wheels are fine. Nothing really weird has happened. The transmission, I think, just still does not like the wheels at all, or I think there's actually something wrong with the torque converter in the car, because it does seem to kind of like shudder or jitter a little bit, and these cars have a transmission shudder. They're known for their torque converter having that problem. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll probably change the fluid in it, see how that goes. But if it needs anything more than that, that's just going to be tough, and it's just going to have to fuck itself up, and then I deal with it whenever I deal with it. I'm not going to replace it because I don't want the car that much. I don't care that much about it to want to fix it. So I'll figure something out. I'll just tell Carvana they can come get it and they can deal with it. But anyway, but yeah, so like if I had to rate this car out of a 10 as far as the road trip, it'd be about a 5 or a 6. I really wasn't impressed. Car struggles to stay in gear, find a gear to stay in. The wheels play a role in that, but still, I've had other vehicles that haven't had this problem. I mean, the Yukon, when I had it and it was on 24s and I went to go see my sister, didn't have this problem. So I don't know what the issue is. Even my Tahoe, when I drove it, the 5 hours or so that it was when I went to South Carolina with it a year or two ago, didn't have this problem. I mean, even the Ram, I drove it close to where my sister lived to go see a Monster Jam show last year and didn't have any issues at all. That's the vehicle I wished I would have kept and wished I would have drove, because it was a really nice truck to drive. It rode really well. The gas mileage was to be expected with a truck with 35s on it with a leveling kit and no exhaust. But it was a lot better than this, I can tell you that. But yeah, anyways, and this is a V6, so I figured it'd be a little better than that. Figured it'd be in the 22 or 23 range, but it wasn't, so it is what it is. But yeah, I wouldn't choose this car to go drive around in. I would rather have my Ram back because it's a nice vehicle. It drove a lot better than this car does. Even with the bigger wheels on it, if I put the stock tires back on it, it would ride a little bit better, but not as good as that truck did. I don't know what it was about that one specifically, but yeah, it did okay. It did what I needed it to do. It got me from point A to point B. We're supposed to go out of town in August again on vacation like we do every year. So I'll obviously be driving myself. So we'll see how it does then. So yeah, I'll probably replace the transmission fluid and do all that stuff before I go, just to see if it improves at all. If it doesn't, then oh well, I'll just deal with it when I deal with it. So yeah, anyway, there you guys go. If anybody else has had other issues, let me know. See how far you've driven with your car. See if it's giving you any issues over the road. Like if you've driven more than an hour and a half or 2 hours, let me know. What was your experience? How did it go? What was your fuel mileage? Cars that are like mine, I don't care about the EcoBoost because it's not the same engine. This car is a 6-speed transmission. It's also all-wheel drive. The all-wheel drive cars are going to get a little bit worse fuel mileage than the front-wheel drive cars. So yeah, anyway, let me know what you guys have had happen, what y'all's experience is, what y'all's fuel mileage is. So yeah, that's all I got. So I hope y'all enjoy, and I'll see you later.